My name is Polly Haig, and currently I teach AVID 9th and AVID 10th grade.
I am Nathaniel Shepard. I am currently one of the 10th grade AVID teachers.
I think AVID teaches a variety of values that are important to students today. I think one of the most important things is that we're an AVID family.
I enjoy the family atmosphere of AVID a lot of the time. It means I can maybe crack down on some things that other teachers can't do. I could talk to them about outside of school stuff, because so much of the pressure and difficulty in high school doesn't necessarily come from an AP class or an honors class or even a mainstream class, but from the fact that you have that plus family plus job plus sports plus pressure, money, things like that.
One of my favorite things about AVID is just all the people and the memories that I get to make and the friendships that I form.
My favorite part about AVID is probably like the relationships I build with people in that class. It's a lot different than just being in your normal academic classes.
What I think of the AVID family. The AVID family is like really close together. Like it's kind of like a tight little bubble, a tight-knit group of people. Like everyone knows each other and everyone knows what everyone goes through. And it's kind of like you know you have someone to go to if you have issues, and you know you have someone who will support you.
The AVID family is just a group of people who are just kind to each other, help each other out, and are just all friends.
Grade 10 AVID has a unique focus. Many students are taking their first AP class, AP World History. Other students have sort of figured out what it takes to be a successful student, and they're very excited about their sophomore year. And I think college becomes a little bit closer, a little bit more real. So there's a lot of college research. We also spend some time developing job workplace skills, as many students will begin working in order to save up for college.
10th grade is a hard year, I'm not going to lie. 10th grade, it's not new anymore. When you're a freshman, you get to high school and it's, hey, next step is college. We're finally here in high school. There's some different rules that apply. Maybe the AVID teacher is a little more or less strict depending on who you're used to have, so there's some adjustment. You're not a junior yet, so you're not an upperclassman where you're doing college visits and taking the SAT. You're a sophomore, and so what we do for sophomores is we try to get them as much support as we can. Probably students are taking a little bit more difficult class load than they were their freshman year. So setting them up in effective tutorials, trying to make organization about more than just the binders, being about staying ahead of things, making sure you're using calendars in the right way. If you have access to technology, being able to use it, because a lot of teachers are doing stuff online now. So I try to incorporate some of that, and also I focus on that kind of independence and creative piece.
A day in AVID, we generally start off doing tutorials, which is, when we get help with questions, any questions that we need help with, and then usually for the rest of class we're given time to work on any missing assignments we might have or any important projects.
A day in the AVID class is working on our projects that we're missing, if we're behind on anything or if we want to get ahead in anything. And then we go to tutorials, and on Thursdays we do binder checks.
Usually we start out the day with tutorials, which is basically a TRF we fill out beforehand or before class. Then after that we kind of work on anything we need to, or if Miss Hagg's got something set up for us, we do that.
Oh man. I try to keep it from totally delving into chaos. That's basically what it is. I mean, my room, if you look around my room, it's basically looks like an English and an AVID teacher's head blew up. And that's a lot of how I teach. Like, I'm all over the place, I'm always moving. I have a calendar, but it's not the thing that I live my life by necessarily, and so I'm trying basically on a weekly, almost daily basis to find the thing that I think is going to be best for those students.
AVID is a challenging class. I believe it pushes a student more than what they should normally have, and it will help them succeed.
AVID prepares me for college, which is a big deal because high school is nothing like college.
At first, Avid was very challenging for me with keeping up with the notes and getting enough done. But the trick is to like binder checks in the notes is you add your notes on your free time, whether it's making it out of a sheet of paper they give you or a worksheet or whatever you need, just make it out of that.
I think an advantage of being an Avid is we're set up to a higher standard by other teachers who know that we're an Avid, and that again pushes us to work harder so we're not, just slacking and not trying our best.
Definitely. I think AVID is about doing more than the minimum, and AVID is about reaching higher than maybe even you think you could reach. And so I believe our expectations and I believe the standards that we hold for AVID students are higher than sometimes they would hold for themselves.
I'm Sophia Strong, and I am an AVID student.
I'm Abraham Garibay, and I'm an AVID student.
I'm Cameron, and I'm an AVID student.
I'm Emily Stevens, and I'm an AVID student.
I'm Esther Carpenter, and I'm an AVID student.